Hey there guys, BlackPanthaa here and welcome to a video where I'm going to be discussing Codemasters' plans with F1 2015 and whether I like or dislike them. So with F1 2014, they're going to be releasing that as normal. You're going to get it at the end of the year. It's going to have all the season stuff on there ready for you to play the game as you did last year and the year before and the year before. But next year, they are trying something a little bit different. They're releasing F1 2015 earlier on in the cycle. So they're going to release it, as I said, this game will launch earlier in the Formula 1 season. So I guess in a way, it doesn't mean straight away it's going to release on the day of F1 starting. It might start after, you know, the first couple of months of the season. I don't know how long they'll bloody last. But and that's what I'm guessing they're going to do. They're going to release the game after a bit of stuff has started, got going, that sort of thing. So you pick up the game around when the season's pretty much started. So then you put the disc in, you play those races that they've got up to at the point, and then the game says, stop, there's nothing more for you to do for now. You can do the free track races, you can do whatever you want, you can play multiplayer, whatever. Or you can wait and not play the game, and wait until you've watched the race on TV. And once you've finished watching that race on TV, you boot up the game again, and that race is now on the game, if that makes sense. It's something I've always thought of with FIFA. My friends buy FIFA every year, and I'm not a fan of sports games. I've never really liked sports games. I don't watch F1 on TV, I don't watch football, I don't watch basketball, I don't watch cricket, I don't watch anything. I don't like it. But I've always had the thing where, with old Need for Speed films, I'll watch old Need for Speed films when I was like 13, 14, 15, I don't know. I watch old Need for Speed films, and I'd think, damn, I really want to drive those cars. So I'd make them in, obviously, Need for Speed games. And that's something that I always did. And I've always done. I see a car in a film that's really nicely designed, I will want to make that car in a game. Look at Forza. Some of the top cars, as soon as you buy that car, the top livery will be a Paul Walker design, will be the Skyline design, will be the Eclipse design, will be the Supra design that you saw in Fast and Furious, that you saw in old Need for Speeds. Those cars just become iconic to us, and it just makes you, when you play the game, or see the film, sorry, it makes you just want to experience that. And now you can with this design. I've always thought with FIFA, instead of waiting through the whole season and then saying, here's your game, you can play what you just finished watching all year. What they should do is give you a game that has all the pitches, has all the players, has everything it does. You know, maybe it has a smaller career mode already that you can just play through. But then it has a seasons mode, which will actually play through the normal seasons that you see on TV. So you'll obviously have, say for example for F1, you'll have a Codemasters created season, but you'll also have the official F1 season that you can play, that you can then obviously, which automatically updates as it progresses. So what'd be good is, say, Lewis Hamilton, let's say, because I don't know the names of any others except Vettel, maybe. I don't know. So you're playing as Lewis Hamilton, right? And Lewis Hamilton just finishes a race in first place. I don't bloody know. I don't know if he actually wins or anything, so keep that in mind. So he finishes a race, and then you've watched that race, you like Lewis Hamilton, you like the car he drives, you like that track. What he's just done then updates on your game. You can do that race, you can experience that race, you can win that race, you can lose that race. You could change the season completely for you on that game, but it still progresses in a way where it unlocks what track they're using next, it unlocks what race they're doing next, what time they're doing it, that sort of thing. Yeah, it'd be really awesome to have that. It would just, once again, close that gap between games and TV and just make it more of a thing. Like, it just, I think for a sports game, it just makes sense. And I always say to my friends, with FIFA, it would just make sense. You know, I think this is a good start for a direction. I actually, when I heard about this, I thought this was going to be a ridiculously stupid idea. I thought, you know, they're going to have no tracks, no cars, that sort of thing on day one, and you're just going to update over time. But surely they're not going to be that stupid. My guess is they're going to have all the tracks you should normally expect on their day one, slapped on there, waiting for you to race around it on the Cody's career mode, or multiplayer, or anything like that. And then all of a sudden, as soon as the F1 starts, or as soon as the F1 has concluded a race, you'll get the next races that are on there that you can play on there. You can experience those races from the view of Lewis Hamilton, Sebastian Vettel, whatever his bloody name is, any of those drivers that you like, it will just update and you'll have that there. To me, this is what sports games, all sports games should be doing. NBA, cricket, anything. Like, it just makes sense to me. This is really the idea of next generation to me. Just having live updates, when you boot the game, it's changed somewhat. And I think having sports games be what they are. There's a season each year, you know, there's something big going on with the sport each year, and you'll have a match with your favourite team or your favourite driver going against a driver you really dislike or something, I don't know, or another driver you may like. And you being able to experience what they just did in your own view, you being able to control that person, it just means, I feel as if it's something that should just make sense and should happen with these games. And another way to really make it even more next gen to me would be to make it so that it's online as well. That would be crazy. Just think, you choose your favourite driver and you get matched with other drivers that were in that race that chose those drivers, and you actually reenact those races with other players that are actually playing as those people. Yeah, it's just, it would be fantastic. And just imagine this for your favourite sports games that you play, on whether it be FIFA, as I said, or Madden, or anything. I think this really is a brilliant idea. So I would really like to hear your thoughts on this. The only thing that I can see them doing wrong is releasing the game with very little content. If they do not have that Codemasters season on there, and they only have the F1 season on there, and you buy the game day one and it's only got tracks that have actually been used yet, that's a big problem. What you should do is have all the tracks there, have all the cars there, have all the drivers there, have your own season there, and then update the F1 season as it goes. If you don't have your own season, make sure there's plenty of content for people to play with the F1 season. Now, as I said, I don't buy sports games, I don't play sports games, I don't watch sports. But to me, as someone that sits back and sees people buy these games each and every year, for the games to launch at the start of the year, to then progress all the way through the year and stop around after 12 months, and then they release the new game, that to me makes sense. And I would really like there to be just one game that's released, one game called FIFA. They release it on the PlayStation Store, and every year it gets updated. Every 6 months it gets updated. Every month it gets updated. But that's never going to happen unless it's a subscription-based thing. You know, we're going into something completely different here, but I believe that this method that they're doing is a step in the right direction. I'm not sure about you, but I would like to hear your comments down below. But as I said, make sure to Codemasters this is, make sure you have the tracks there, you have the cars there, you have most of the drivers there, or most of all those things. Because if you launch the game with one track, with one car, with one driver, I'm going to be first to make a massive complaint towards you, because that is just unacceptable. And EA, if this goes well, I'm thinking you should learn from this as well, because this to me just makes sense. Anyway, this has been BlackPanthaa. As I said, leave your thoughts down below, and I will see you in the next video, guys. Peace.